Hi guys, this is Fitness Technology again. Today we're going to do a super quick video on how to lubricate your treadmill. This will really apply to any machine that takes silicone lubricant. There are a bunch of different manufacturers that use this. There are only a few at this point that use a wax deck kind of surface. So most treadmills, Spirit, Soul, Horizon, Livestrong will take a silicone type of lubricant. Nordictrack, lots of them, all right? A lot of times people get really confused and think this is really hard to do. So we're going to make this as super simple as we possibly can so it's nice and easy for you and you do it. It's the only really important requirement that you have, but it's a requirement that really makes a big difference on the machine. A properly lubricated machine will probably reduce the workload by about 30%, or about 2 amps, which is a really big workload differential on that. So you really want to keep it lubricated. So the first question should be, how often do you lubricate it? There's a lot of different theories on that. There's a lot of different opinions on that. So the easiest way to look at that is you should have a slick type of wet coating underneath here. It should be somewhat wet, not completely soaked, but not dry. It should be slick and kind of a damp, gross kind of feel really to it. All right, so right now we're not feeling completely dry, but we're not feeling completely slick either. Average time would be 3 or 4 months. All right, so the next question will be, well, how do you do it in the simplest ways? A lot of times you'll see the rear roller needs to be adjusted. They're telling you to count the amount of screws. That's fine, but you got to be very accurate in what you're doing with that. A simple thing to do is either just take a book, make yourself a little pathway right here. You could even take a little old DVD right there. I'm just going to stick that right there, VHS. All right, so that gives me a little bit of play. In general, I don't recommend lubricating the back half of the machine anyway. I only recommend lubricating the front half of the machine where you're going to run and mush the lubricant back into the pores underneath your belt. That's the key and important issue is you're trying to get this to stick to the bottom side of your belt in the area that you most likely would run and step on, okay? So, we're also going to show you the limited amount of tools that we'll need. So you'll need a paper towel, pair of scissors, and lube. And because I don't like getting dirty, I need gloves. Really don't have to use gloves, but it comes in handy and I don't like to get dirty, all right? So simple. So we have a little tent, we have a little space, because I get a lot of people who question, well, the belt feels too tight, I can't get my hands underneath there. So just get rid of that issue, just give yourself something, all right? So we are simply going to cut the tip of this off. Nice and easy to get to. We're going to put this underneath here like this. We're going to start up to the front, because this is where most people run. We are not going to go all the way over to the other side of the belt. We're going to do it kind of in the center of the belt, again in the area that you would most likely run on. So we're just going to randomly squirt this in different spots. Down to here, down to here. Move my thing back a little bit. We'll go back about halfway. Get every little bit out. Use the entire tube. All right, now for the real purpose of the paper towel. Put that back right here, so that when you pull your silicone tube out, it doesn't get everything messy and everything's nice and clean. All right? So that really is it. Of course, you would remove your book or your tape or whatever it is that you've put underneath there. All right? Make sure there's nothing dirty on there. Then I guess you could run your machine for a couple of minutes. Not a necessity if you don't fold it up. But if you would like, while it's running a little bit, you can walk on it, kind of smush it all around some, and that's all you really need to do to it. At that point, it'll kind of distribute itself as you use it and go through your timing. Whatever your workout may be, the key to it is do not fold it until you walked on it a couple of times so the lubricant doesn't run all the way down to the front. And really, that's really all there is to it. If you have any other questions on that, you can see us at Fitness Technology Services at Facebook. We also have an eBay store if you want to be nice enough to purchase your lubricant from us, or if you have any other questions. All right? Thank you very much.